You can't make this shit up. I am going to kind of just like smash my camera. I forgot to put the audio on this video, so I'm gonna try to voice over the products and procedures of what I did. Hopefully you guys still like it. If you have any questions or comments, I know it's harder that way maybe, feel free to leave them down below and I'll get to you there. But let's just get to this ballerina spring type look. Oh, and if you haven't already subscribed to my team, I'd love for you to be here. My audio is usually on, but that's beside this point. Let's go. Alright, so to start off this look, I took the Rodial Focus Glow Drops, and this is a primer, and it kind of just adds a little moisture, a little glow, a little luminosity, which is exactly what I needed this day with my skin. As you can see, I was having some breakouts, I was dry, I was dull, so I reached out for it. I'm just tapping this on the skin and letting it dry for a little bit before I go in with foundation or any other concealer type products. I went in with the Saie Slip Tint in the color 4.5. It's an SPF. It's a slip tint and it's moisturizing. As you can see, I'm just tapping it on my fingers, on my face, sorry, with my fingers. And then I'm taking a sponge, a wet sponge, and just tapping that to make sure there's no streaks. Using the ColourPop Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the color 100W, I took this and covered up those blemishes that I had. This color is a little bit closer to my skin tone as opposed to for brightening purposes. And I just put them on my hives, my breakouts, and started to blend that in. Next, I went in with the eyes. I went in with the Marc Jacobs Gel Liner in the color Truffled. It's a dark brown color. And I wanted to get the eyes done because it kind of helps me prevent any smudging from doing the eyes moving forward. So as you can see here, I'm just doing the waterlines on the top and on the bottom. Grabbing my all-time favorite Kosas concealer in 6.2N, I put some of this on the eyelids, the corners of my eyes for a lifted look, and the inner part of my eye to kind of just conceal some of those dark circles. Grabbing a damp sponge, I went ahead and pat that in and make sure that that's nice and blended. Grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax, I picked up some product using a spoolie and worked that product into the hair in upward motions while adding a little bit of pressure to make sure that those hairs stay nice in place. To fill in some of those sparse areas, I used the ColourPop Brow Pencil in the color Brunette, and I just kind of filled in the areas where maybe I had some space, some gaps, and just try to make everything look nice and even. Going back in with that same eyeliner that I used before by Marc Jacobs in the color Truffled, I just wanted to add a little bit more definition and depth to the eyes, so I laid some color right on top of the lashes, almost as if I was doing a small baby wing, and extended that outwards. Then I started to take a small little angled brush and just making sure that everything is nicely incorporated and smudged, giving it a nice little smoky effect. With that same pencil, I then went with the waterline and added a little bit of product, and taking that same brush, I just smudged it a little, as you can see, keeping it simple, keeping it clean, but still elevating that look and making sure that your eyes pop. Picking up one of my more recent favorites, it's the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector in the color Quartz, and I'm just taking that and tapping it onto the eyelids. It's a very soft glitter, nothing intense, but still giving you that very feminine look to your eye look and kind of giving you a quick and easy way to make your eyes pop and dazzle. Grabbing perhaps one of the most scariest tools that I have in makeup is the eyelash curler, and I'm just curling those lashes and prepping them for mascara to kind of open up those eyes. And then just going to layer some Milk makeup. Oh no, sorry, it's the Maybelline makeup. It's the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, just coating those top lashes with it. Here I'm taking the bareMinerals Mineral Veil setting powder. It's a translucent setting powder, and just setting those areas that I put concealer under the eyes and any areas where I might feel a little glowier and kind of dewier, and just want to make sure that it stays throughout the day. Using the Wonder Beauty Lip and Cheek Double Date, it's a lip and cheek balm called Sweet Talker / Swipe. I just grabbed it on the brush and started tapping it onto the cheeks and the cheekbone area. I also grabbed some of that product and put it on the sides of the nose just to kind of give you a little bit of that glowy look from within. Using the Elaluz bronzer in Super Yummy Natural, I took this and drew a couple lines on the nose, on the forehead, a little bit on the cheeks in a vertical way. And I realized afterwards that might have put a little bit too much, but I made it work, I promise. We just took an empty sponge and kind of took some of that pigment off, but I was able to pull it off. Definitely realized in the moment that maybe I did a little bit too much. Using an old school highlighter, this is the Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the color Rose Gold. I took some of this and put it on the high points of the cheekbones, the nose, the cupid's bow. I also used my finger to warm up that product onto the skin and also added just a tiny bit on the eye corners. Reaching for one of my favorite lip liners, it's the Milani lip liner in the color Zero Nude. For me, it's one of my favorite nude lip liners. It has a nice little pink undertone to it, but not too overbearing. Going back to that Wonder Beauty Double Date lip balm, I went in with the color Swipe, and put that on the lips and just make sure that that lip liner is nice and blended and gives you some extra moisture. Okay, so that pretty much concludes this look. I have to redo the whole exit part of this video because I didn't have my mic on. So here we are again. If I didn't say this enough, if you have questions, please leave them down below. I'll kind of get to you there. If you haven't already subscribed, join my team. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one with audio. Ciao.